Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Ron, and today we will be unboxing a new orchid. Okay, so I ordered an orchid from an Etsy shop slash business called Aloha Orchids, and their business is not labeled anywhere on this box, but I assure you they are called Aloha Orchids, and they grow orchids on the Big Island of Hawaii, where I was born and raised. So I was actually on the lookout for this orchid no matter where I went. The first time I saw this orchid was at a Home Depot in Hawaii, and I didn't know that was the orchid that I was looking for, because back then I wasn't really into orchids. So I even took a picture of that orchid without even realizing that was the one. And it wasn't until later on I realized that I did actually meet this orchid. And so I posted it onto my Instagram. It is called the chocolate orchid. The botanical name is Oncidium Sharry baby. So it's called the chocolate orchid for a reason. And that is because they taste like chocolate. Just kidding. They smell like chocolate, apparently. This company doesn't ship plants with flowers or with flower spikes for obvious reasons. It could fall off while shipping. So I think that's just kind of like them ensuring that you are not going to be receiving a plant with dead parts or broken parts. So it took actually 3 days for it to be delivered to my house. It's actually delivered 1 day early. It shipped out on Monday and today's Thursday. So it took 3 days for this plant to travel all the way from the Big Island of Hawaii to Vegas. I know you probably see that the box is bent, and that is mildly infuriating because I got the notification that it was delivered, went to my mailbox down the street, opened up the box, and realized that this was jam-packed in there by the mailman. So I want to leave a bad review to that mailman because look at this. It says, please handle with care. So I'm really hoping that I don't open up a very broken in half orchid. Let's just go ahead and find out. I'm still relatively new to the whole orchid game. The first orchid that I have in my collection that I bought was the Phalaenopsis orchid from Lowe's that came in a pot of 3 different colored Phalaenopsis orchids. One of the plants in there actually bloomed from 2 flower spikes, so that's pretty cool. Now, when you have an orchid that is very mature, and I guess it depends on the species as well, some of them can have like 100 blooms. Isn't that crazy? It even like boggles my mind how there are orchids that even are fragrant. So obviously this one is the one that smells like chocolate. And apparently there are more. There's even one that smells like vanilla. So I'll probably get that one next and then, I don't know, bake a cake or something. Oh my God. Guys, I see blooms on here. What? They said they didn't ship blooms. I'm confused. Okay, I'm sorry. I think it was a different Etsy shop that said that they didn't ship blooms. Which just goes to show how many Etsy shops that I was actually going through. But this is crazy. I guess I forgot. I'm excited because now I can actually smell it for the first time. That time at Home Depot, I did not put it near my face because I had no idea. There it is, guys. Okay, I really hope now that there is a flower spike, that the flower spike or stems are not broken. So I guess it was so long that they actually had to bend the flower spike ever so gently, but it looks like it didn't snap so far, but let's go in for that smell. It smells like cardboard. So on the Etsy page, it did say that the fragrant is stronger in the early morning or late afternoon. So right now it's 4:43 p.m., which is kind of, I guess it's technically early afternoon, because late afternoon I would consider like 5-6 p.m. and then like 7-8 p.m. is considered evening. Anyway, I think the box was just bent and the plant is okay. This is how they packaged it. There's bubble wrap on the outside, some tissue paper. Here it is, here's the pot. There are roots sticking out from the bottom and it's fastened together with a rubber band. This is crazy. Sorry, I thought I smelled chocolate. I don't even know what this plant is supposed to smell like, guys. All right, so here it is. So as you can see, the plant itself, the leaves, don't really look too mature. So that's pretty crazy that it actually threw out this many blooms. The flower spike is significantly thinner than like the Phalaenopsis orchid. Actually, let me go and grab that one so we can just compare. All right, here is this one. It's not fitting into the frame because it's that tall, but look at how beautiful these blooms are, guys. So there are the purple ones, the yellow ones here, and then 2 flower spikes of the big polar bear, or white ones. And this one is sitting in leca. Once the chocolate orchid acclimates in my plant room, I'm gonna transfer it into leca because I feel like orchids really do love leca. And as you can see, the crazy amount of root growth on here. All it is straight up leca. And look at these roots down here. Very vibrant and green. So I'm hoping the chocolate orchid really likes leca. So maybe I'll repot it in like a week or two because I do need to find a reservoir and a leca pot. So that is the Phalaenopsis orchid. Okay, so back to the chocolate orchid. We can see some moss in here. I think that's just regular, actually, I think that's live sphagnum moss or some type of moss. I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the different types of moss, but check it out. And then the crazy roots on the bottom. It does feel pretty dry, so I feel like it needs a very thorough watering. So this is something I'm not too familiar with, the growth pattern on these guys. With the Phalaenopsis, all you see is just leaves coming out from the medium. This one, however, has like these bulbs coming out, and then from that comes out the leaf. On this particular specimen, you can see that there are some brown spots on here, which I've read up on. Apparently it's normal. It is not due to any sort of fungal disease at all. So if you get one of these, do not be alarmed because that is pretty normal. I don't know exactly what causes that. Here's the tag. It says Oncidium Sharry baby, and they put a heart on there. That's cute. I'm very thankful that it's not broken. I'm very thankful that there's actually blooms on here. And it still looks healthy. So let me go ahead and give this plant a drink and then figure out where I'm gonna put it in my plant room. Before I do that, let me smell it again. Maybe it'll smell like chocolate this time. You see, I don't know if it's chocolate that I smell or if it's cardboard. But it does smell sweet, like some kind of sweet fragrance. I'm gonna be watering it with this solution that I have. In here is plain tap water plus Dynagrow Foliage Pro liquid fertilizer and a little bit of liquid dirt. So let me just show you what that Dynagrow fertilizer looks like. Because I'm starting to use this for all of my plants to promote foliage growth. So this is what the bottle looks like. So there is a little bit of that in there. Here I already have some in this squeeze bottle. So I put it in here because it's easier for me to like squirt some into the water, because the bottle opening up here, it always leaks and it doesn't flow out like nicely. I'm gonna be watering it with this, but also I'm gonna spray the leaves with a little bit of this Orchid Plant Food Mist by Miracle Grow. I've been using this on the Phalaenopsis and I feel like it really likes this solution. I have a squeeze bottle here because it's so easy when it comes to like watering my succulents, because they're in very small pots, or any plant that I have in a very small pot, because watch this. It's so easy. You see that? You have an immense amount of control over where exactly you're aiming the water and the amount of water that actually comes out. So I'm gonna drench the whole thing because I think it actually needs all of that water. All right, so I actually have here a tin pot from IKEA. Now this is just temporary because I do want to place this in here so that these gnarly roots will have some moisture just for a couple of weeks until it's time to transplant this into leca. And then let's just give it a quick mist of this plant food. You're not supposed to be using this on the blooms directly, so be careful. Only use it on the foliage. Just like that. Actually, just one more spritz. And there we go. Ta-da! I don't know, but it smells good. It smells nice. All right, well, that is it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please do hit the thumbs up. And if you haven't yet already, plant scribe. I am gonna for sure smell these like every morning and afternoon, just to see what it smells like until the flowers fall off. And then bigger flowers bloom next year. Hopefully, I'm trying to be the next Miss Orchid girl. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!